Jackie Mazzucato here. I hope you're all well today. I'm cooking one of my all-time childhood favourites today. So actually cooking a chicken mushroom phyllo. The great thing about this recipe, and the thing I absolutely love, is how easy but how tasty it is. So all you're going to need for this is some grated Havarti cheese. This one's a sort of a softish cheese with a lot of flavour. If you don't or can't get Havarti, you could replace with some mozzarella, but you're not going to get the same flavour. I've got some already pre-cooked chicken. I made some chicken stock yesterday, so that's just the chicken off my carcass. You can also use a barbecue chicken for this one, which also adds to the flavour, which is great. Some diced spring onions. There's just a bunch of spring onions there. I needed melted butter. I pop oregano in, but if you're using the barbecue chicken, perhaps leave out. Salt, egg for my egg wash, and of course, phyllo pastry. Now this is one of the only pastries I don't make myself because it's quite fiddly and you use very, very thin layers, and it's actually still a little challenging to work with even straight from the freezer. So just while you're getting ready and while we're prepping everything, we'll just pop a slightly damp, not too damp, tea towel across that, and that will keep that one nice and fresh, ready to use. So all we're going to do, simple as this one, great one for the kids as well, because you know when they're starting out in the kitchen, you want things they're going to get a good result from. So you can go our spring onions and our chicken. And then we're just going to stick all of our mushrooms in, and I've just diced those there. Use about the same amount of mushrooms as chicken, but all of the ingredients will be on the website, so the recipe will be there that you can follow along afterwards as well. So we're just going to get in there with our hands and just our clean hands and just mix that through. Doesn't take much. So add the little bit of salt. Again, if you're using the barbecued chicken, I tend to not season at all because you've already got the seasoning on the skin of the chicken. You just want to mix it through and make sure it's all sort of evenly mixed through. Okay, so just gently, you want to peel off about 6 layers, a little bit more, of this pastry. And what I'm going to do is that bit's a bit damp on the top, so I'm just going to turn, that one wants to come with it, I'm just going to turn it over and it'll be easier to work this way. So here you see I've got my sheets of phyllo pastry. I've got about 6 sheets here, and I'm just going to layer those just with a little bit of butter between the layers. And that's what makes it nice and crisp and gives you all of those fluffy layers. Just as I do half at a time, it's just easier to work with that way. You'll see it's already starting to dry out. So you want to work quite quickly. If you're doing this one with the kids, this is one they might need a little bit of help with. But once you've worked with it a few times, you'll get used to what you're doing. The major key is when you get the frozen pastry out of the packet, let it completely defrost before you unwind it. It normally comes in a bit of a roll. If you unwind it too soon, you'll get cracks and your pastry will break, and you'll get very small pastries. So just a nice little layer between all of those. And then you just work the other side. Look at that beautiful pastry. As I said, whilst you're working away, keep the rest of the pastry just under there. You don't, only slightly damp tea towel. Okay, so we're going to just put some of this beautiful filling in the middle. Just lay it through the middle. You want it thick enough that you're going to get a nice amount of cheese and mushroom and chicken in each mouthful, but you also need to allow enough room to roll it over. So we're in there. Don't want to be too stingy. And then all I'm going to do is take up one side here. Oh. So take the ends up, take up one side, and then you're literally going to roll it onto itself there. Just push any stuffing back in that you need to. And there we have our chicken phyllo. Now just to finish this off, when I pop it in the oven, oh, I don't want the butter. Just to finish it off, popping it in the oven, I just do a little egg wash on the top. This is going to give it that nice, crisp, brown, beautiful bronze top. And then I grab my knife and I just to let the steam and air out, just score across the top on a diagonal line. And we're ready to go in the oven. I'm going to celebrate that my beautiful chicken mushroom phyllo pastry has come out so gorgeous. Chicken mushroom phyllo pastry. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. Oh, look at that. I made myself a little individual one so that I could have a little taste with you. But you've got this beautiful flaky pastry and all that cheese and deliciousness inside. Look at that. Now you can eat this one hot, as I'm doing right now, or take it on your picnic and have it cold. Oh, yum. The memories that this brings back. I haven't actually met anyone that doesn't like it yet. So cheers, get on it, clock's ticking.